It was a pretty physical film, but because of the cerebral balance, it was more fun than normal. Because you've got, you're doing all these wild scenes, but you have tons of dialogue where you're explaining your state of mind. So I've never quite had to do that before, where you do both. I mean, there's the intimate scenes where we're just chatting, but then when we get into the more active scenes, there's also all this interesting exchange of thoughts that are going on.
You get to go up against Robert De Niro. How was it sort of going up against Robert De Niro? Scenes like that.
Well, I've known Robert for years, and we've always been very fond of each other. But in this particular case, I was so happy to find a script that we both could be sink our teeth into. And I chose to play the Serbian because I like doing characters. So, but it was a lot of fun. It was interesting, and I got to understand a war that was almost incomprehensible before this film. I flew to Serbia, Bosnia, Croatia, and studied there a bit with the people, and I had lots of support on the accent and lots of drilling. And I came home with all my homework, and it was suited everything pretty well.
In real life, you could take on De Niro, right? Who would win?
Oh, I don't. He, was physically, I play tennis and work out every day, but he does 3 hours, and I do an hour. So he's a pretty rugged guy.
War is brutal. The subject matter is brutal, so we didn't want to shy away from it. Sometimes it's kind of hard to take. There's some pretty intense scenes in the picture, and but it's all about these two guys. And it was such a privilege to get to work with who I think are like our two greatest American actors working now, and Travolta and Robert De Niro. So it was such a privilege for me.
Who would win in real life?
I'm gonna say John because Bob's not here.
Good answer.
Yes.
But I mean, how physical did it get? I guess
Very, extremely. And it's incredible when you look at, especially someone like Bob, who's going to be 70 this summer, and he's out there working out every morning at 4:30 in the morning, and he's out there doing those pull-ups and ripping off 20 pull-ups, and everybody on set's like, wow, you see that? You see what he's doing over there? It's like for real. He's in incredible shape.